It is another regional championship, this time in Class 4A. From Carroll High School, the Homestead Spartans take on the Snider Panthers. Welcome to another edition of high school baseball being presented by PSM Baseball Academy. I am Brett Rump along with our studio producer Adam Lundy. Glad you're joining us for the second of two regional championships we're pleased to bring you today. Between two teams with identical 23-6 record. For the Homestead Spartans, they come in ranked 8th in the state under Coach Nick Bile, and they'll send to the mound Ryan Michaeloff, 5-0 record with a 3.19 earned run average, while the Homestead Spartans, or the Snider Panthers, under Coach Josh Klinkenberg, will counter with left-hander Noah Hess, also 5-0 with a 0.73 earned run average. Already earlier today, we decided a 3A regional, and in that game, the Norwell Knights defeated the Bishop Dwenger Saints 2-1. Now, the winner of this 4A game is going to advance into the semi-state semifinal round next week, where they will take on the winner of Valparaiso and Crown Point. And right now, early in the game, it is a 3-0 Valparaiso lead over Crown Point. These two teams did meet during the regular season, and it won't tell us much of anything because the two teams split in their doubleheader. Homestead won game 1 2-1, while the Snider Panthers were victorious 8-5. So they both have a win against one another. It's the rubber match today, and it's the game that will propel one of these two teams into next week's semi-state. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got starting lineups. We'll get the game set here at Carroll. It is a Class 4A regional championship game presented by PSM Baseball Academy on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Just about set for game time of the 4A regional championship between Snider and Homestead. The Snider Panthers, the home team, they're in the field getting loose. They've got yellow tops with white pants, black caps, and black numbers on the jerseys. Meanwhile, the Homestead Spartans going with a gray pant and a blue jersey with yellow letters and numbers. Now let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the visitors on the scoreboard. The Homestead Spartans under head coach Nick Bile, 23-6 on the season. They'll start Shane Bardwell leading off in right field. Second batter is Cole Kins, who will be the DH hitting for the pitcher in the number 2 spot. Luke Nysonger is the shortstop, 318 average on the year. He hits third. Johnny Ankenbrook, the cleanup hitter, a catcher hitting 315. In the 5 spot, Aiden Phillips, the second baseman, with a 356 average. Sixth hitter is Gray Stockwell. The center fielder has a 435 average on the year. The bottom third starts with seventh hitter Luke Haley, third baseman, at 314 on the season. Connor Deem is the first baseman, a 283 average, and Will Karshner hits ninth. The left fielder has a 299 average. Taking a look at the defense for the Snider Panthers. The outfield, Trevor Jarvis in left, Brandon Logan in center, Raiden Amaro will be out in right. The infield, third to first, Landon Fry, Cam Davis, Tavis Rowe, and Brady Keck. The catcher is Jack Moorman, and the left-hander, all-conference performer Noah Hess, the left-hander, with a 5-0 record, ready to deal. In the first pitch to Bardwell, little check swing, little looping liner, and it bounces and takes a right turn at the foul line and goes into foul territory, and that will be strike one. Hess, a 0.73 earned run average, 48 innings of work, 26 hits, just 8 runs and only 5 earned over those 48 innings. He's walked just 7 while striking out 61. What a strikeout to walk ratio for the senior left-hander. So it is an 0-1 count on Bardwell. And the pitch, nope, the ump stepped out from behind home and said time was called. So still an 0-1 count on Bardwell. The pitch in the air. Right field, drifting into foul territory. Over, making a run at it, is Ray Tomorrow, and he will make the catch in foul ground. Out in the bullpen area, down the right field line. Fly fly ball into foul territory, caught by Morrow, and so there's one up, one out, and it brings up Cole Kins, the designated hitter.
Number 3, Cole.
Kins, a 344 average, 4 doubles, no homers, no triples, 15 knocked in on the season, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kins, a right-handed batter against the southpaw. Hess winds and delivers. And the fastball's a little high, 2-0. Hess brings it, and it's 3-0. Another pitch high and outside. Hess has to work all the way back on Cole Kins. Hess works quickly, and the pitch is in there for a strike on the 3-0. It's now 3-1.
Let's go, Bridge.
Hess brings the 3-1 pitch. That's down below the knees, and that will be a high-pitch walk to Cole Kins. He is aboard with 1 out, top of the first inning. Spartans and the Panthers to decide a 4A regional title.
Is the shortstop, number 2, Luke Nice.
On the year, Kins with 8 stolen bases. All-conference catcher Jack Mormon behind the dish for Snider. And the first pitch to Luke Niceonger, swung on and missed, strike 1. Hess better than a strikeout an inning with 61 of them in his 48 innings of work. Goes to the stretch, throw to first. Back standing up is Cole Kins. Snider in the dugout on the first base side. We've got Homestead right below us. And a check swing, a called strike, hit the outer edge, and Niceonger is in an 0-2 hole. Niceonger, a .318 hitter with 5 doubles, no triples, 5 home runs. He's knocked in 25. The stretch and the 0-2. And time is called at the plate before the pitch is delivered. Top of the first inning, just underway in the Class 4A Regional Championship. The 0-2 is a waste pitch. High to Niceonger. 1-2. Nick Byall coaching in the third base coach's box. The pitch, and it's hit in the air fairly deep to right. A few steps back for Morrow, and he'll make the catch. A couple of fly balls to right, one in fair territory, one in foul territory, and that's 2 away in the top of the first. Kins stays at first base. So with 2 outs, it's cleanup hitter Johnny Ankenbrook for the Spartans. Ankenbrook, a .315 average, has 10 doubles to lead the Spartans. 2 triples and a home run. This one chopped on the ground, left side to short. Up with it is Davis, and his throw to first in time. And down go the Spartans here in the top of the first inning. No runs. They do get a base runner without a hit, and 1 runner left on base after half an inning. It is Homestead nothing. Snider coming to bat on the high school baseball game of the week. 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Scoreless to the bottom of the first between the Homestead Spartans and the Snider Panthers. Taking a look at Snider's lineup card. Starts with Brandon Logan, the center fielder who will play baseball and football at Notre Dame, has a .410 average. Second batter will be Cam Davis, the shortstop, hitting .304. Landon Fry hits third baseman with a .467 average, followed by Isaiah Snavely, a sophomore who's in the DH spot and hits .385 on the year. Jack Mormon hits fifth. The catcher has a .371 average, followed by Brady Keck in the sixth spot. The sophomore first baseman hits .338. In the seventh spot, pitcher Noah Hess, a .313 hitter, followed by Trevor Jarvis hitting eighth. Jarvis, a senior left fielder with a .315 average, and Raiden Morrow is the freshman playing right field and hitting in the ninth spot. Taking a look at the Homestead defense behind Ryan Michaelhoff, it is Outfield, Will Karshner in left, Gray Stockwell in center, Shane Bardwell is in right. Infield, third to first with Luke Haley. Luke Nicehonger at short, Aiden Phillips at second, Connor Deem is at first. Behind the plate, Johnny Enkenbrook. And on the mound, it is Ryan Michaeloff, a 5-0 record, a 3.19 earned run average in 37 1/3 innings this year. He's given up 30 hits, 18 runs, 17 earned. He has walked just 8 while striking out 46. He'll face Brandon Logan to start things off. Logan on a 4.10 average, bats from the right side, and the first pitch hit deep in the air. Left center, chasing is Stockwell at the wall, and it's off his glove, and it is down for a leadoff double by Brandon Logan, and that was at the base of the wall, about 3-4 feet from going out of here on the first pitch of the ball game. That is the 6th double of the year for Logan, who has stolen 43 bases in 49 games. Ryan Michaeloff, a senior right-hander, now has to deal with Logan on the bases. The batter is Cam Davis. And the first pitch, a knee-buckling curveball in for a strike, 0-1. Davis, a 304 average, 3 doubles, no triples, no homers. He's knocked in 16 runs this year. Check of the runner at second, the 0-1. That's outside. And the count's even, 1 ball and a strike on the senior shortstop for the Panthers. Any kind of hit, Logan's probably going to score with his speed. He bluffs going to third, puts on the brakes as the pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner, and Davis in a 1-2 hole. Panthers trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the first. No score. Stretch and the 1-2. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Johnny Enkenbrook. Sacrificed his body and went down and got in front of that one, kept it in front, and Brandon Logan unable to advance. He's still at second, still nobody out. Now a 2-2 count on Davis. Michaeloff gets the sign and the 2-2. And that's fouled. Got around a little late. Put it out of play down the right field side. Still 2-2 on Davis. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the first inning. A scoreless game. Logan, the leadoff second. And the pitch grounded toward the middle of the diamond. Over is Nicehonger. He scoops and throws while Logan trots to third. Davis retired on the 6-3, but he did get a productive out with Logan advancing to third base, now 90 feet away from putting Snider in front for Landon Fry. Multi-sport athlete, heck of a football player for Kurt Tippmann and the Snider Panthers football squad in the fall. Finishing up his sports career for Snider. 467 hitter, 43 runs batted in. And he grounds it right through the wickets of Michaeloff, and that's going to end up rolling dead in front of Nicehonger, the shortstop. It'll be an infield hit, trotting in to score. The game's first run from third is Brandon Logan, and it's an infield hit for Fry and RBI number 44 on the year.
Batting is the designated hitter, number 15, Isaiah Snavely.
So Fry at first, 1 out for Isaiah Snavely. Left-handed stick facing the right-hander. The wind blowing in from right. And the pitch, that's up high for ball 1. Snavely hitting .385, the sophomore. Snider's DH today. 8 doubles, 4 triples, 3 home runs. The pitch, and it's fouled back out of play. Snavely, a guy that's already getting some pretty big college looks. Good-sized sophomore. Left-handed bat. Fry the lead off first. The pitch to Snavely. And again, he fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Snider with a run across has a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Snider went through the Summit Athletic Conference with the clean sweep. That pitch a little outside and evens up the count 2-2 on Snavely. 14-0. Perfect in Summit Athletic Conference play to claim the championship during the regular season. The pitch fouled back. Now Snider trying to add to the sectional championship they won last week. The victory over Northrop. They opened their sectional play with a win over Carroll here at Carroll. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. A little high and outside. 3-2. Landon Fry with 8 stolen bases is the runner at first. He takes his lead and the payoff. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Michaeloff for the second out of the inning. He retires Snavely. And still just a runner at first for Jack Mormon. Mormon, a junior catcher for the Panthers, 371 hitter. A couple of doubles, no triples, no homers, 27 knocked in. Fry takes the lead and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs with a run across here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Snider. The set and the pitch. That's high. Evens the count 1-1. Pops out of the glove of Ankenbrook, and Fry is going to trot down to second. That'll be a pass ball. Pitch didn't miss by much, just a little high of the strike zone, and Ankenbrook had it pop right out of his glove. So another runner in scoring position with Mormon at the plate and a 1-1 count. The stretch by Michaeloff and the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mormon. Landon Fry takes his lead off second. And again, a batter that steps out late. And the pitcher throws the pitch to the plate with the umpire behind the plate holding up the palm, signaling a timeout. Two outs. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Snider already with a run across has Landon Fry taking his lead off second. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mormon. The set and the pitch. And it's lined into right center. That's down. Fry rounds set third base. He's coming in to score. And a 2-out RBI single for Jack Mormon makes it 2-0 Panthers. It's pretty much classic Jack Mormon. Not a big power hitter, but that's his 28th run batted in with only 2 extra base hits this year. So you get out to second, there's a good chance that Mormon is going to find a way to knock you in. Now you've got a courtesy runner over at first base for Mormon, who's the Snider catcher. And the batter is Brady Keck, sophomore first baseman with a .338 batting average. 1 double, 2 triples, no homers. And the pitch is in the dirt, and it bounces away from Ankenbrook. He blocked it, but it bounced off his chest protector and rolled a little bit to his right. And without hesitation, the courtesy runner goes flying into second base on a wild pitch. Michaeloff looks in to get his sign. The courtesy runner takes the lead off second. Here's the pitch. That's low, 2-0. So the runner is Jaden Garcia that's running for Mormon. Garcia is a senior. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike to make it 2 balls and a strike on Brady Keck. So 2 runs are in. Another runner in scoring position, a 2-1 count, and the pitch fouled out of play, 2-2. Hoping to get a chance in the on-deck circle, it's Snider starting pitcher Noah Hess. But we've got 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first. Panthers 2, Homestead nothing. Michaeloff goes to the stretch. A look at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Pair of strikeouts here in the bottom of the first for Ryan Michaeloff. But the Panthers score 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave a runner on after 1 complete. It is Snider 2, Homestead nothing in the 4A Regional Championship from Carroll High School on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Coming up in the top of the second inning for the Spartans, it will be Aiden Phillips, Gray Stockwell, and Luke Haley, hitters 5, 6, and 7 to face Snider starter Noah Hess. Panthers with a 2-0 lead. And Homestead at the plate. And the first pitch to Aiden Phillips is taken low for ball 1. The left-hander for Snider now pitching from in front. The windup, and this pitch outside, and he's fallen behind 2-0 to Aiden Phillips, a .356 average this year, 5 doubles, a triple, no home runs. He's knocked in 17. The 2-0 check swing, it bounces in the dirt, and he's fallen behind 3-0. Well, Hess, the one stat that really stands out is he just doesn't walk anybody. Only 7 in 48 innings, and he walked 1 batter in the first inning. And it's a 4-pitch walk to start the second. The pitch missed badly, high and away. Sometimes they say stats don't lie, but in this case, maybe some nerves playing in a regional championship game for Noah Hess, the senior left-hander for Snider. So with a runner aboard, nobody out for Gray Stockwell. .435 average. And he rips that one deep to center, but Logan got a great jump, gets back, settles under it, makes the catch in deep center field for out number 1. Brandon Logan just outruns baseballs. They don't land when you hit them anywhere between right center and left center. Covers a lot of ground and does it quickly. So 1 out for Luke Haley. Aiden Phillips, the leadoff first. Haley, a .314 average, bats from the right side against the southpaw, swing and a miss, 0-1. We're in the top of the second inning. Homestead batting, trailing 2-0. And this pitch popped up, foul ground, first base side over his first baseman, Brady Keck. And in foul ground, he will make the catch for out number 2. Still at first base, Aiden Phillips, who led off the inning with a walk. And now there's 2 away for Connor Deem. Hitting in the 8th spot, .283 average with 2 doubles, a triple, no home runs. The set and the pitch. Just a little low, ball 1.
Hey, watch the ball down.
Hess, stretch, check of the runner at first. Brings it home, and it's fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike on Connor Deem. Deem, the Spartans' first baseman. Junior. There's a throw to first. Back easily is Aiden Phillips. Hess goes to the stretch. This time he'll step behind the rubber and just soft toss a little rainbow over to first. 1-1. Big breaking ball, and Deem was fooled. Swung over it, swung early. And It's 1-2 on the Spartans 8-hitter. 2 outs. We're in the top of the second inning. And the pitch just missed. Had to double check. The umpire kind of tucked around the corner of the wall here, but counts even now, 2-2. And another curveball, a slow chopper, middle of the diamond. Charging second baseman Tevis Rowe. He throws on the run quickly and by a step retires Connor Deem on a close play at first. 4-3, down goes Deem, and down goes the Spartans here in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. After an inning and a half, it's a 2-0 Snider lead over Homestead in the Class 4A Regional Championship, presented by PSM Baseball Academy on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Time to go to the bottom of the second inning here at Carroll. It is a 2-0 lead for the Snider Panthers, and they'll send up hitters 7, 8, and 9 to face Ryan Michaelhoff. And the first pitch to Noah Hess is a strike, 0-1. Hess, a left-handed batter, takes that one outside, even to count up 1-1. Snider with 2 runs on 3 hits in the top or the bottom of the first inning to take a 2-0 lead. That's where we stand now. And the pitch, and that misses. 2-1. Hess, a .313 average, has 9 doubles, no triples, no homers. This pitch is a little inside. Well, he is working right around the plate, but a 3-1 count now for Hess. Senior pitcher. And he fouls the 3-1 straight back. It's 3-2. After Hess, Trevor Jarvis, and Raiden Morrow, the bottom third of the order for the Panthers, trying to add to a 2-0 lead, bottom of the second. The payoff. And that's high and outside, a leadoff walk. Hess will get to first, and in comes the courtesy runner for Noah Hess. And it is going to be Braylon Burton, a freshman, that will be the runner for Hess. So Burton, a freshman, is at first base. Nobody out. Bottom of the second inning for Trevor Jarvis, Panthers senior left fielder. It's .315 on the year. 4 doubles, couple of triples, and a home run. And the first pitch to Jarvis is high and outside, ball 1. Panthers already leading at 2-0. Burton the lead off first, and the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Might have reached for it, a ball that looked kind of like a slider, like it started over the plate, broke down and away. Got a commitment from Jarvis, so the count's even, 1-1. Snap throw to first. Burton dives back. Congratulations to the Norwell Knights, winners in the 3A Regional earlier today here at Carroll, 2-1 over Dwenger. The pitch, that's up high, and it's 2-1. The winner here will advance to take on the winner of Valparaiso and Crown Point. Last check, Valparaiso a 3-0 lead over Crown Point. Swing and a miss at the 2-1. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes for Jarvis, with Raiden Morrow, freshman, in the on-deck circle. Snider already up 2-0. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Tardy on the high heat. And that is strikeout number 3 for Ryan Michaelhoff. With 1 out, runner at first, it's Raiden Morrow. No stats on Morrow. Freshman, we've seen him as a pinch runner and a courtesy runner in times we've seen Snider. He's a left-handed batter. And takes a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Now, I know he's had some at-bats, but unfortunately, the stat source that we have did not have him listed. Second pitch also on the outside corner. Two pitches that painted the black for Michaeloff. And he's ahead of Morrow, the number 9 hitter, 0-2. Set, the 0-2. And that's fouled. Three umpires working the game, one behind home, one down each baseline. 2-0 Snider, batting bottom of the second. Runner at first, and the 0-2 pitch taken for a ball, 1-2. Back to the top of the order, Brandon Logan. After Morrow gets done with his at-bat, Braylon Burton lead off first, and the 1-2. That's high and outside, 2-2. Spartans no runs and no hits. Panthers batting here in the bottom of the second, 2 runs on 3 hits, all of the hits in the first inning when they scored their 2 runs. The pitch, and it's popped, foul ground behind the plate, and will run out of room. Giving it a look, Johnny Ankenbrook. Ankenbrook, the senior catcher for the Spartans. He'll get back, collect equipment, get situated behind home plate. The count's still 2-2 on Raiden Morrow. Runner at first, 1 out. 2-2 count. Throw to first, and it goes all the way past the first baseman into foul ground, and there's a lot of it here at Carroll. And trotting to second base on the errant pickoff throw is Braylon Burton. He's in scoring position. And a gift from Ryan Michaeloff. That pickoff was toward the second base side of first, and no chance for Connor Dean to reach it, so it went scooting through the thick grass into foul territory, wide of first base. And it's 3-2 on a pitch high and outside. So after 0-2, it's now 3-2 on the number 9 hitter with Braylon Burton out in scoring position. 1 out. Panthers bat in the bottom of the second. The set and the payoff. And it's low and outside. Good at bat by Raiden Morrow. Second walk of the inning for Michaeloff. And it's first and second with 1 out for the top of the order. Here comes Brandon Logan, who drilled a ball off the left center field wall on the first pitch that he saw in the bottom of the first inning. A double. Ended up coming around to score on the single by Landon Fry. And Nick Byall has taken a trot out to the mound, and he wants to talk to the entire infield committee. You've got third base, shortstop, second base, first base, catcher, and pitcher all involved in the conversation. And Brandon Logan, a guy that will put down a bunt thinking base hit, worst case scenario, sacrifice. So you've got to think about that, but he also just as easily could drive one out of the ballpark, which he almost did his first time up. Braylon Burton, who is running for pitcher Noah Hess, is at second. Raiden Morrow, another freshman, is now at first after drawing the 1-out walk. And here is Brandon Logan, a .410 average. That was before the double that started the bottom of the first. Snider already up 2-0, looking to add more here in the bottom of the second. Pitch that's taken low and away. It bounces away from Ankenbrook, but the freshman Braylon Burton, the courtesy runner, isn't going to take a chance here. Snider's got their best stick at the plate. Looking to add to a 2-0 lead. Ryan Michaeloff, senior pitcher, gets the sign and the 1-0. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner to even it up. 1-1 on Logan. This guy just an unbelievable athlete. We saw him shine on the football field. He's also been a terrific baseball player all 4 years at Snider. The set and the pitch. And he fouls it straight back. And so when he was looking at colleges, part of the negotiations, including Logan getting a commitment that he would be able to play both sports. And he got that from Notre Dame. Originally had committed to Vanderbilt for baseball. But with a coaching change, he made up his mind to go elsewhere. He's going to be going to South Bend this fall. Breaking pitch misses low and away. It's 2-2 on Logan. Cam Davis would be next for the Panthers. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first. Runners at first and second, and a 2-2 count on Logan. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out for the second out of the inning. That is the 4th strikeout for Michaeloff. Now there's 2 outs. Runners still at first and second, with Cam Davis stepping into the batter's box. Panthers up 2-0, and Michaeloff now and out away from keeping it that way here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch to Davis. Check swing, and it curves into the dirt for ball 1. Davis, a ground ball to short, his only time up. It's 0 for 1. Davis, a senior shortstop, played some second base for the Panthers. The pitch taken for a strike, fastball at the letters, and it evens up the count 1-1. Davis with that 304 average, 16 RBI on the year, hoping to add one here. The pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Ryan Michaeloff on the mound, 2 runners on base, 2-1 count on Davis. And the pitch, that's high and inside, it's 3-1. Well, already Michaeloff has walked 2 batters in the inning. Now he's got a 3-1 count on Davis. The stretch, check of the runner, the pitch, swing and a miss. So full count, the runners get a head start with 2 outs. Burton from second base. And Morrow at first. 3-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Davis at the plate, and he fouls it straight behind home. And the runners will return. Snider with 2 runs in the first, leading it 2-0, looking to add something here in the second. Had 2 runners on with 1 out, but a strikeout of Logan, and now Davis 3-2. Michaeloff tries to get out of it, and this pitch is lined into shallow left. Rounding third, Burton is going to come in to score. Another 2-out base hit to knock in a run for the Snider Panthers. They take a 3-0 lead. Jack Mormon did it in the first. In this inning, it's Cam Davis who picks up his 17th RBI of the year.
Is the third baseman, number 5, Landon.
And the runners at first and second for Landon Fry, who singled and scored in the first. The set and the pitch. Fry takes it for a called strike, 0-1. Those walks, especially that lead off an inning to the bottom third of the order, they just seem to have a way of coming back and haunting you. That's the situation here in the bottom of the second. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner, and Michaeloff way ahead of Landon Fry, 0-2. Morrow the lead off second, Davis the lead off first. 0-2 on the number 3 hitter in the Panthers lineup, Landon Fry, and the pitch, swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Michaeloff, but Snider has scored 3 runs, one of them coming here in the second on 1 base hit, a 2-out RBI single by Cam Davis. After 2 complete, Snider leads it 3-0 over the Homestead Spartans on the high school baseball game of the week, presented by PSM Baseball Academy on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. The north section of this bracket wide open after Penn with a 28-1 record going into their game against 11-13 Goshen got knocked off by Goshen. And we are in the top of the third inning here with Snider leading at 3-0 over the Homestead Spartans. Hitters 9-1-2 to face Noah Hess. First pitch is low, second pitch line, too short, and caught by Cam Davis right at his shoes for out number 1. The low liner snared by the shortstop. And it's 1 out, base is empty for the top of the order, and Shane Bardwell. 4-2, Goshen defeated Penn. Here's the windup, the lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch is in the dirt to Bardwell, who hit a ball in the air in foul territory down the right field line that was caught. 0 for 1. 3-0 Panthers, about top of the third. Big breaking ball, breaks in for a strike. Evens the count on Bardwell, 1-1. Hess working quickly, and another ball in the air to right. Camping under it is Raiden Morrow, and he will make the catch. Only had to move a couple of feet. And there's 2 outs. Freshman's been busy out there in right field. That's his third put out. So 2 outs, base is empty for Cole Kintz, the Spartans' designated hitter. Homestead batting, top of the third, down 3-0. And the first pitch, check swing, but it's in for a strike, 0-1. Hess works quickly. And the 0-1 is a little low and outside, evens the count up 1-1 on Kintz. 344 average when we started the game, and it's still there after walking in the first. Fouls that pitch at the plate. It's now 1-2 on Kintz. Noah Hess, big left-handed pitcher, bringing the pitch, and it just misses outside. It's evened up 2-2 on Cole Kintz. Luke Nysonger in the on-deck circle, hoping the inning continues. This pitch hit in the air, fairly deep in center, but it's plenty of room for Brandon Logan out there to make the catch. The wind not helping that at all, as Logan started back and then put the brakes on to make the catch waist high. 1-2-3, down go the Spartans here in the top of the third. The score remains Snider 3, Homestead nothing in the Class 4A Regional Championship game at Carroll on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Spartans making a pitching change as we move to the bottom of the third inning with Snider leading at 3-0. The day over for Ryan Michaeloff, and he turns it over to Luke Rhea. Rhea, a senior right-hander, taking over here in the third. Panthers had 2 runs across in the first and got a 2-out RBI single from Cam Davis in the second to make it a 3-0 game. And so Nick Byall decides he wants to use the depth he's got in this pitching staff, try to put some zeros up. Now, the impressive part of Michaeloff's performance today was in the 2 innings of work. He did record 5 strikeouts. Struck out the side in the second, although he allowed a hit and a run. He did walk 2 in the second. But he finishes his 2 innings of work, giving up 3 runs on 4 hits, a couple of walks, and 5 strikeouts. So hitters 4, 5, and 6 will greet Luke Rhea. Senior right-hander. Starts with Isaiah Snavely, sophomore designated hitter. Left-handed stick against the righty. Rhea in the stretch position brings the first pitch, and it is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Snavely, a strikeout victim of Michaeloff in the first. Stretch, the 0-1, pop straight up in the air. Playable, foul ground, first base side, and first baseman Connor Deem comes over, calls for it, makes the catch, one away. That brings up Jack Mormon. 2 of the 3 runs scored by Snider in this game were on 2-out base hits. Mormon had one of them, and as we just mentioned, Cam Davis the other. And this pitch to Mormon, low and outside, ball 1. Mormon, a junior catcher, 371 average, singled in the first. Pitch is high, 2-0. 3-0, Snider lead, batting bottom of the third. Pitch, and that catches the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Look at this batting order for Snider. Every hitter over 300, some over 400. The 2-1 is high and outside, and it's a hitter's count. 3 balls and a strike to Mormon. Facing Luke Rhea. Rhea gets the sign. The 3-1 on its way, and that's a little high for ball 4, and a 1-out walk for Mormon. And on comes the courtesy runner, Jaden Garcia, to run for the catcher. Snider now has drawn 3 walks in the game. First one allowed by Rhea. 1 on, 1 out. And Brady Keck due up for Snider. Keck strikeout in the first. He's 0 for 1. Came in hitting .338. A sophomore first baseman for the Panthers. Right-handed hitter. Steps into the batter's box. Taps the plate with his bat. Now he's ready as Rhea gets the sign and the pitch. That's low. Nope, it's a strike. Well, from our angle, looked like it was low, but it's called strike 1. It's 0-1 on Keck. Check of the runner and the pitch. And that's chopped on the ground left side. Deep in the hole to short. Nicehonger to second for 1. Quick relay. And it goes sailing past the first baseman. And where did it go? It went out of play. Went out of play, which is going to allow Keck to trot down to second base. So the lead runner retired. That was a great play by Nicehonger, going deep in the hole at short and then having to pivot, throw across his body out to second base. And now Nick Biles going to come out and make sure that that initial runner didn't interfere with that throw. But it does go as a throwing error on second baseman Aiden Phillips that allows Keck to get into scoring position. He reaches on the fielder's choice, and the error puts him into second base. But there's two-way for Noah Hess, the pitcher. Righty-lefty matchup as Rhea goes to the set and the pitch. And that's taken just off the plate for ball 1. Hess a walk leading off the second, eventually came in to score with 2 outs on the single by Cam Davis. Panthers leading at 3-0, batting in the bottom of the third. The set and the pitch. That's high and outside, 2-0. Keck the runner at second. Hess the batter. 2 balls, no strike, hitter's count, and that crossed up the catcher. Ankenbrook, he was stepping out almost from behind the plate. I don't know if he was expecting a pitch out or some other pitch, but then he had to reach back across his body and catch the breaking pitch, which missed the zone. It's 3-0 for Hess, and the 3-0 pitch taking all the way right down the middle for a 3-1 count. Hess a .313 average. He's knocked in 17 as a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Panthers have delivered runs in this situation last 2 innings. And that's high and inside. It's a walk on the full count pitch. And Hess trots down to first base. That's the 4th walk of the game.
ladies and gentlemen, a change
issued by Homestead Pitching.
Courtesy runners, number 29.
Second one of the inning.
First and second.
So Trevor Jarvis is going to be the batter with 2 outs, 2 on. Braylon Burton in to run for Hess.
Now batting is the left fielder, number 10.
It is Brady Keck, the runner out at second. Jarvis, a right-handed batter, facing the right-handed hurler, Luke Rhea. Rhea, the set and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. Panthers with 2 in the first. Got 1 in the second. Batting here in the third. Nothing across so far. 2 outs, 2 on. And the pitch. Check swing, and they say yes, he offered. And he is in an 0-2 hole. Jarvis came in hitting .315. He struck out his only time up last inning.
0-2 now.
No, I can't.
The 0-2. Swings and misses, but the ball bounces away, and the runners are all going to advance, and Jarvis is safe at first. The worst rule in baseball. You get a guy to swing at a pitch that bounces at 57 feet, and he's rewarded by reaching base. Jarvis trots down to first. The other runners advance. It's a wild pitch on the strike 3 to Jarvis, and now with 2 outs, the bags are full for number 9 hitter Raiden Morrow, who walked last time up. And he grounds it middle of the diamond over second baseman Aiden Phillips, but a flip with the glove is wild. Runner safe at second. Now Braden Burton tries to score, and they throw him out at the plate. One runner does score. Second runner thrown out. But a backhanded flip from second baseman Aiden Phillips to Nysonger covering second was wide of Nysonger. But the runner heading to third tried to get greedy and get home, and he was thrown out. But still, in the inning, a run comes across with 2 outs. The Panthers have done it again. And they have extended their lead to 4-0 as we head to the fourth next. It is high school baseball, the Class 4A Regional Championship on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Already in action here in the top of the fourth inning. And the end of the bat liner to shortstop. Cam Davis scooped on one quick short hop right in front of him, and he's able to throw out Luke Nysonger at first. So there's one batter up, one away. Homestead batting, top of the fourth inning, trailing 4-0 to the Snider Panthers. And it's Johnny Ankenbrook, the cleanup hitter. Spartans putting the meat of their order up. That ball is ripped. It bounces off of Hess, then he retrieves it and is able to throw to first to retire Ankenbrook. That ball ripped right back at Hess, and I'm not sure if he got a glove up. He says he got his glove up and was able to knock it down, but that ball just ripped on a line right back to the box. And Hess knocked it down. It went between the mound and the first base line. He retrieved it, made an accurate throw, and there's 2 away. Bases are empty for Aiden Phillips. And Phillips pops it in the air. On the infield, second baseman Tavis Rowe calls, makes the catch, and it is a very quick top of the fourth inning. Side retired 1-2-3. Halfway through the 4A Regional Championship, Snider in front 4-0 over the Homestead Spartans on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Snider comes to bat in the bottom of the fourth inning, already leading at 4-0, and they've got the top of the order due up. It's Brandon Logan, Cam Davis, and Landon Fry to face Luke Rhea, the second pitcher of the day for the Homestead Spartans. He came on in the third after Ryan Michaeloff threw the first 2 innings. Snider with 2 in the first, added a run in the second, added another run in the third. 3 of the 4 runs scored with 2 outs. Snider 23-6. Homestead also 23-6. Logan stepping into the right-handed batter's box. And the first pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Well, Logan ripped a double off the wall in left center his first time up. And then Michaeloff got the best of him in the second with a strikeout. He's 1 for 2, came into the game hitting .410. That pitch misses low and away, and now Logan will dig in. No such thing as a take on a 2-0. You dig in and you take your rip, and that one is taken on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Logan waits on the pitch, and Rhea delivers, and it's chopped. Big hop headed toward the third base dugout. Count's even now on Logan, 2-2. Keeping an eye on Crown Point versus Valparaiso. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game. And that pitch, a called strike, a fastball that painted the black on the outside corner. And back-to-back, Logan has struck out in the second, now starting things here in the fourth. This time he gets caught looking. So 1 out. Bases are empty for Cam Davis, the Snider Panthers shortstop, who is 1 for 2. Ground out to short and a single, and the first pitch is in for a strike, and it is 0-1. Coming up tomorrow, teams will learn their destinations for the semi-state coming up next week. The 0-1 is in there for a called strike, and Davis is in an 0-2 hole. Rhea works quickly, and the 0-2, and that catches the outside corner, and Davis just sits and looks at the 0-2. A 3-pitch strikeout, and it's back-to-back Ks for Luke Rhea here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 outs, bases empty for Landon Fry.
The third baseman, number 5, Landon Fry.
Fry struck out in the second, singled a run in the first. His 44th RBI of the year. Fry, a right-handed batter. And before the first pitch is thrown, time is called at home plate. The stretch, the pitch, and that's in the air. Deep left field. Back is Karshner at the wall. Looking up, it's gone. Landon Fry just hit his second home run of the year, and the streak for Snider continues. Another 2-out run on the board with a bomb to left for the Panthers, Landon Fry. 5-0 Snider, bottom of the fourth.
Take a look at that one. Hung it right over the middle of the plate.
Fry's second hit. He had a single, now a home run sandwiched around a strikeout. But that is RBI number 45 and his second dinger. And with 2 outs, a run in, bases are empty for Isaiah Snavely. Takes the first pitch, strike, 0-1. Panthers with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 1 across here in the fourth. The 0-1, fastball on the outside corner, 0-2. Rhea just got too much plate on that hanging breaker. And Landon Fry smoked it out of here, straight left field. Here's the 0-2. And that's a little low, just below the knees. 4 of the 5 runs for the Panthers coming with 2 outs. The stretch, the 1-2 pitch. In the air, foul ground, left field side, and it will drop. Count holds 1 ball, 2 strikes on Snavely, the Panthers cleanup hitter. Snavely 0 for 2, a strikeout and a foul pop to first base.
Snavely 1 and 2 here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. We've got 2 outs, bases empty, and the pitch. That's outside, 2-2. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. A 5-0 Snider lead. 2 in the first, solo runs in the second, third, and here in the fourth. The pitch. High and outside. It's gone full on Snavely. Snavely, a left-handed hitting sophomore designated hitter today. Primarily he's played some third base for the Panthers in the field. Payoff, and it's fouled straight back, and we'll do it again. Coming up tonight, Tin Caps back in action from Beloit against the Sky Cart. Got action for you right here on 1380 The Fan. And this one scorched wide of the third base line, right past third base coach Josh Klinkenbeer. And so the count stays 3-2. Snavely staying alive. Panthers with 5 runs on 5 hits. Here's the pitch. That's in the air. Fairly deep center, but plenty of room for Gray Stockwell, and he'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. But Landon Fry, a 2-out solo homer, makes it a 5-0 Snider lead after 4 here in the Class 4A Regional Championship on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Here at Carroll, we move to the 5th inning, and Snider leading at 5-0 over the Homestead Spartans. Homestead sending up hitters 6, 7, and 8. Starts with Gray Stockwell to face Noah Hess, and the first pitch is taken for ball 1. The winner here will take on what looks to be Valparaiso. They've got a 5-0 lead over Crown Point. This ball hit in the air left center, and Brandon Logan makes it look easy. Makes the catch. Logan just covers, like I said, so much ground. He has so much real estate that he covers. He should be paying rent, or at least some type of land lease. So 1 out, nobody on for Luke Haley. Stockwell retired on the F8. And the first pitch, a strike to Haley. Second pitch, they appeal it, say yes, he offered, and it's 0-2 for Haley, who hit a pop-up at foul ground, caught by first baseman Brady Keck. His first time up. And this one shot on the ground, right side of the infield to second baseman Tevis Rowe. He throws to first, and that retires Haley for the second out of the inning. 2 outs, bases empty for Connor Deem. So Valparaiso is up 5-0. That's after 6, so just 1 inning remaining from the U.S. Steel Yard, northwest corner of the state. And the first pitch to Connor Deem is taken for a strike, 0-1. Tomorrow, these teams will learn where they're heading to play their semi-state. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's a good bunt, third base side. Hess gets to it, but he's not going to have a play. Nothing fancy. Dean turned and squared, and then just put a soft bunt into the thick grass in the infield here at Carroll. And it only rolled about 20, 25 feet down the third base line. Came to a stop. Hess sliding, tried to scoop it and pivot, but no chance of making a play. And so with 2 outs, it's a bunt base hit for Deem. He is aboard for Will Karshner. And the first pitch to Karshner is low, ball 1. Noah Hess looking to improve to 6-0 on the year. And the pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. The set, the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. From my position in the press box, I cannot see the umpire. So in many cases, I have to guess whether it's a ball or a strike based on what I can see, which is I can see just about to the batter. And there's a line drive up the middle, and that's into center field for a hit. Stopping at second base is Deem, but it's back-to-back hits, a bunt and a line drive to center by the 8-9 hitters. And the top of the order comes up with a chance at a 2-out rally. Shane Bardwell coming up for the third time in the game. He's lifted it twice to right field. Once caught in foul ground, once caught in fair territory. And now what do we have? Nick Byall out to talk to the home plate umpire. We're going to have a runner out at second for Connor Deem. And this is going to be Damian Rogers, a junior that will come in to run. Rogers out at second, running for Deem. Of course, the re-entry rule, Deem can come back in and take over at first base when the Spartans go in the field. So it's Rogers running at second, Karshner the runner at first. Shane Bardwell, the leadoff man, into the batter's box. 2 out, a 5-0 Snider lead. Hess goes to the stretch, and the pitch to Bardwell, a curveball. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. Homestead trying to rally. And this pitch low and outside evens it up 1-1 on Bardwell's. Got a .254 average this year when play began. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hess looks in for the sign, goes to the stretch, works quickly, and this ball is hit hard and into right field, base hit. Scooping it is Morrow. They're going to wave the runner in. Rogers coming to the plate. The relay is late, and Homestead's on the board. A third consecutive hit with 2 outs. Bardwell delivers his 13th run batted in of the season, and it's a 5-1 game with runners on the corners for Cole Kentz, the designated hitter. Well, it looked like a quiet inning after a fly out to center and a ground ball to second. There were 2 outs and the bases were empty, but a bunt base hit by Deem, a hard hit single to center by Karshner, and now another single by Bardwell, and a run is in here in the 5th. A 5-1 game, and we've got a visit to the mound by Snider's pitching coach. Coming out to talk to Noah Hess, and of course all the infielders will join in. First and third in this situation in high school, a lot of things to talk about. Whether or not Homestead will try to get tricky on the base paths to get a run in, try to make it a 5-2 game. You do have the number 2 hitter at the plate in Cole Kentz, who is 0 for 1. He hit the ball on the button, but right at Brandon Logan in center field for a line out. Also walked. 0 for 1 in the game, a .344 average when we started the ball game. So the meeting is over. Players return to their positions. The base runners at first and third. And the set by Hess. The pitch to Cole Kentz at the plate. Breaking ball is low, ball 1. 1 run in for the Spartans here in the top of the 5th. 5-1. And a throw to first. Diving back is Bardwell. Karshner running for himself at third. Bardwell, the runner at first. And the pitch. And that's in there for a strike to even it up 1-1 on Cole Kentz. Luke Niceowner is in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance. Little toss over to first. 2 outs. Runners at first and third. And a 1-1 pitch popped in the air. Shallow right field. Drifts towards center where Logan camps under it. And Brandon Logan makes the catch, side retired, and a couple of runners left on base for the Spartans here in the fifth. But they get a run across, and they break the ice. It's now Snider 5, Homestead 1 through 4.5. This is the Class 4A Regional Championship on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Back at Carroll High School, Brett Rump with our studio producer Adam Lundy, and Valparaiso's defeated Crown Point in a 4A North Regional 5-0. And so the winner here scheduled to move on to play Valparaiso. And it is Snider leading at 5-1 as they bat in the home half of the fifth. And it's hitters 5, 6, and 7, starting with catcher Jack Mormon, who's 1 for 1 and a walk. And the first pitch bounces in on Mormon, goes past Hankenbrook, the Homestead catcher. 1-0. 5-1 Snider. Looking to move into the semi-state semifinal next week, and a knee buckling breaking ball that stays high. 2-0. Mormon a 371 average, and he's helped that so far today. And that pitch taken for a strike, 2-1. Looked like Mormon was content taking that one all the way on the 2-0 pitch. Rhea goes to the stretch and delivers. And another strike, same spot, 2-2. Luke Rhea, senior pitcher for Homestead, came on in the third inning after Ryan Michaeloff allowed 2 runs in the first, a single run in the second. Rhea's had the same challenges, a run in the third and a run in the fourth, including Landon Fry's solo shot with 2 outs last inning. 5-1, Snider leads. Jack Mormon leading off the bottom of the fifth. And the pitch, that's low, and it's gone full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the Snider catcher. Junior was an all-conference selection. Rhea goes to the set, and the payoff pitch. In the air, medium center, not far to go for Gray Stockwell. He'll make the catch, 1 away. Brady Keck, strikeout and a fielder's choice. He is 0 for 2. Started the day hitting .338. Sophomore first baseman. Bats from the right side. The stretch and the pitch, and it's way high for ball 1. Luke Rhea pitches from the stretch, regardless of the on-base situation. When the bases are empty, he will basically go to the set and almost immediately bring that front leg up. This pitch fouled back. That'll even it up on Brady Keck, 1-1. Snider looking to improve to 24-6 on the year. Homestead also comes into this game with a 23-6 record. In fact, Homestead higher ranked. That pitch is fouled back, out of play. Homestead comes in ranked 8th in the state. Snider 18th. But the Panthers were 14-0, perfect in winning the Summit Athletic Conference. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and that is fouled. First base side into the seats. Still 1-2 on Brady Keck. 1 out, bases empty. Snider batting, bottom of the fifth. Luke Rhea brings it, and it is lined down the left field line. It's foul. Just a little too much hook. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes on Keck. Homestead, by the way, if you missed it on social media, about 90% of their players in bleach blonde hair. The set and the pitch. That's in the dirt, 2-2. We are talking some summer fun by the Homestead group, showing their unity.
So again, you're here, but you couldn't help.
Rhea goes to the stretch and brings the 2-2 pitch. And that is strike 3. Swings at one in the dirt. It gets away momentarily from Ankenbrook, but he throws to first to retire Keck. 2 outs here in the home half of the 5th. Officially the put out, 2-3 on the strikeout of Brady Keck. And it brings up Noah Hess. Hess, a pair of walks. 1 in the second, 1 in the third. The left-handed hitter waits on the right-hander's delivery, and the fastball low and outside, ball 1. Snider, 2 runs in the first, added solo runs in the second, third, and fourth, and now 2 outs, bases empty, batting here in the 5th, and that pitch catches the outside corner to even it up 1-1 on the Snider pitcher. Pitch at the letters, a called strike. That would be the highest pitch of the game, called a strike by our home plate umpire. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hess. Trying to put a 0 on the board against the Panthers for the first time today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rhea steps off. 2 outs, bases empty, a 1-2 count for Noah Hess. Rhea brings it, and it bounces. And it hit him. So it hit Hess on the bounce. So it is the 3rd time that Hess has reached, and he's not put a ball in play. Walk, and a hit by pitch, and into run is Braylon Burton for the 3rd time. And a base runner's aboard with 2 outs for Trevor Jarvis. He has struck out twice. Did reach when he struck out last time on a pitch that bounced 3 feet in front of the plate and got past the catcher. Jarvis, senior outfielder, hitting .315. The set by Rhea, check of the runner, and the pitch. That's a breaking ball that breaks around the inside corner for ball 1. 1-0.
They should be allowed to play. Every team except for that.
Snider up 5-1, batting, bottom of the 5th, and that's high and inside for ball 2.
I faced a great
Jarvis hitting in the 8th spot for the Panthers. Stretch, the pitch, that's right down the chute. Taken for a strike, 2-1. Well, Snider has scored 4 of their 5 runs with 2 outs. And this pitch is up high. It's 3-1. We got a 2-out RBI from Jack Mormon in the first, a 2-out RBI from Cam Davis in the second, a 2-out RBI on a fielder's choice in the third, and a 2-out home run, a solo shot by Landon Fry in the fourth. 3-1. And that's in there for a strike, 3-2, with Jarvis taking it all the way. Infield back where the dirt meets the outfield grass, and the 3-2, called strike 3. Well, that might have even been higher in the zone. A high strike on the 3-2, and Snider fails to score for the first time here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They do get a runner on a hit by pitch, but no hits, 1 runner left, no runs across. We head to the 6th inning here at Carroll. It's a Class 4A regional championship game, and the Panthers continue to lead it over the Homestead Spartans 5-1 on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. To the 6th we go, with Snider leading at 5-1 over the Homestead Spartans, and the Spartans have the meat of their order. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 to face Noah Hess. It starts with Luke Neisonger, and the first pitch a called strike. The second pitch tapped foul at the plate, and quickly Noah Hess ahead of Luke Neisonger, 0-2. Wind up and the pitch. Chopped wide of third and foul. And that's an error on Nick Byall, the Homestead head coach. Got in front of it, got the hands out, and then went it right off the fingers. Still 0-2. And the pitch is ball high and outside. Neisonger 0-2 with a fly out to right and a ground ball to short. Came in hitting .318. The 0-2, that's in the dirt, 1-2. Or 2-2. Forgot to add the high and outside pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Neisonger. Johnny Ankenbrook next. Aiden Phillips in the hole. Noah Hess, the left-hander, gets his sign. And the Panther lefty brings it. And it's low and outside, and it's gone full on the first hitter here in the top of the 6th, Luke Neisonger. Hess winds up and brings it. It's in the dirt, and it's a walk on the 3-2 to lead off the 6th for the Spartans. Well, we mentioned before the game that Hess hardly ever walks anyone. 7 walks all year long on 48 innings of work. And here in this game, that is now his 3rd walk. It's the first one he's allowed since the 2nd inning. So 1 on, nobody out for Johnny Ankenbrook. And he'll take a pitch on the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. Ankenbrook, a pair of ground outs. 1 to short, 1 right back to the pitcher. Pitch, and it's fouled out of play, and Hess has gotten in front of Ankenbrook 0-2. Neisonger, the runner at first. Ankenbrook at the dish. No balls, 2 strikes. 5-1, Snider leads it. Homestead bats, top of the 6th. The stretch. Long look at first, and finally Hess will step off. Neisonger with 12 stolen bases this year. Not sure it's the best running situation with an 0-2 count on the hitter. And here's the pitch. That's high and outside. 1-2. Waste pitch on the 0-2 delivered by Noah Hess. Just a 0.73 earned run average. The pitch on the 1-2 is fouled out of play. Back behind home plate. Ankenbrook stays alive. Still a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Hess works quick, and it's lined into right center. Over to cut it off is Raiden Morrow. Rounding second, Neisonger's going to head to third. He'll dive in safely. It's runners on the corners and nobody out for the Spartans in the top of the 6th inning. Just a good piece of hitting by Ankenbrook. Lined it the opposite way. The right-handed hitter goes into right center, and Morrow did a really nice job of quickly getting to his right to cut that ball off from the gap. But Neisonger, equally good base running, didn't hesitate. Rounded second, made it into third ahead of the throw, and so it's runners at first and third with nobody out. And you've got a runner for Ankenbrook over at first base.
Batting is the second baseman, number 14, Aiden Carroll.
Trying to get the number of the runner, but it's courtesy runner for Ankenbrook. Neisonger at third. Ankenbrook, at least the runner at first, and the pitch to Aiden Phillips is taken for a ball outside, 1-0. Homestead down 5-1, and that pitch is low for ball 2. Spartans were down 5-0, scored a run last inning in the 5th to make it 5-1. Now trying to add to it here in the 6th. And the pitch, that's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Phillips, a .356 average, walked in the 2nd, popped up to second baseman. Tavis Rowe in the fourth. The 2-1. Lined into center field, and Logan makes a diving catch. Brandon Logan makes the catch, and they're going to double up Nysonger at third base. Nysonger took off. Thought that ball was down, but Brandon Logan takes up the distance. A diving catch by Logan. He's fired up out in center field. And a double play with Logan throwing it to third. And Nysonger was almost all the way to home plate. 2 outs, runner at first. And Gray Stockwell at the plate for the Spartans. That may have been the last flicker of hope for the Spartans, being extinguished by Brandon Logan. And this one grounded to short, and Davis will go the short way to second, and the side is retired. Brandon Logan with a web jam out in center to keep the Spartans off the board here in the sixth. To the bottom of the sixth we go. It's Snider 5, Homestead 1 on the High School Baseball Sports Network, presented by PSM Baseball Academy on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. What an inning for the Snider Panthers defensively. After the Spartans thought they had the rally rolling to come back from this 5-1 deficit, Brandon Logan, 4 or 5 quick steps to his right, and then a dive to take away what looked like a base hit off the bat from Aiden Phillips, and then they double up the runner at third, and Homestead fails to put a run up in the sixth. And so we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, still a 5-1 Snider lead, and number 9 hitter Rayden Morrow starts against Rhea. And it is 1-1 on Morrow. Morrow, left-handed batter. And the pitch, a little high and outside, 2-1. Luke Rhea came on in the third inning for starter Ryan Michaeloff. That pitch is in there for a strike. It's even 2-2 on the 9 hitter. Leading off the bottom of the sixth, Homestead down to 3 outs in the 7th inning. The 2-2, that's high and outside. It's 3-2. Morrow a walk in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. He's 0 for 1. Set, and the payoff. Blowing outside. Second walk for Morrow in the game. What little we have seen of Morrow this year, he has been a very disciplined hitter for a freshman. So he trots down to first, and now it's the top of the order with Brandon Logan stepping into the right-handed batter's box. And you can bet Logan feels that he's due. A double started the game in the bottom of the first inning for the Panthers, but a couple of strikeouts since for the 4-10 hitter. Step back off the rubber by Rhea. A check of the runner at first. Morrow scampers back. Here's the pitch. Logan, a good cut. The pitch high in the zone. Fouled it straight back into the screen behind the plate, and it's 0-1. Panthers jumped out with 2 runs in the bottom of the first, added a solo run in the second, third, and fourth innings. 5-1 game. And the pitch grounded hard to short. Backhanded Nysonger to Phillips at second for 1. Relay throw, not in time. Almost impossible to double up Logan, even with a hard hit ground ball. So Logan aboard, but there is 1 out as the Spartans get the lead runner out at second base. And the hitter is Cam Davis. 1 for 3 day for Davis. Includes a 2-out RBI single in the second. Grounded to short, struck out his other 2 times up. He's 1 for 3. And Logan, the leadoff first. Davis takes a pitch at the top of the zone for strike 1. Well, Logan, the area leader with 43 stolen bases. 5-1 lead, bottom of the 6th. Not sure if he'll go or not, but you sometimes assume that the light is always green. This pitch is down and inside. It's 1-1 on Davis. Logan the lead, and there he goes. And the pitch is taken high for a ball. Throw to second, not in time. And Logan steals his 44th base of the year. No chance. I mean, you can't do much more than get a fastball chest high as a catcher, step out and catch it almost at home plate, and then throw it quickly to second. And Logan is still in, well ahead of the throw. And the pitch, that's inside, and it's 3-1 now on Cam Davis, the Snider shortstop. Logan in scoring position, trying to add more insurance to a 5-1 lead, bottom of the 6th. 1 out. Long look, 2 looks to second, then the pitch to Davis, and that's in there for a strike. It's 3-2. Rhea, the senior right-hander on the mound for Homestead. Snider batting with a 5-1 lead, and the payoff. And a curveball that's outside, ball 4. Davis trots to first. Brandon Logan still at second base. 2 on for Landon Fry, who hit a solo homer back in the 4th.
That is the third baseman, number 5, Landon Fry.
Fry bats from the right side. Drove a ball through the wind and out of here in left field in the 4th inning. That's the last run Snider has scored. They lead it 5-1. And the pitch. And that is a big chopper up the middle, and that's into the gap in right center. Rounding third, Logan's going to score. Rounding second, Davis heads to third. He'll be there, and on the throw to third, heading to second is Landon Fry, and the Panthers lead it 6-1. Likely a single advancing to second on the throw to third. But Logan scores. And there's a run in, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And there's a conference taking place out at the mound as Nick Byall, the Homestead coach, out to talk to his entire infield crew. It's kind of interesting how they have all of the infielders, the catcher, the pitcher, all meet at the mound. And the 3 outfielders just stand and watch. Have to feel somewhat personally rejected in these situations. Long conference. Eventually our home plate umpire is going to walk out to the mound and try to break things up. Nick Byall turns, heads back to the third base dugout. And everybody returns to their respective positions on the infield. Runners at second and third. Fry at second, Davis at third for cleanup hitter Isaiah Snavely. An 0 for 3 day for Snavely. A strikeout, a foul pop, and a fly out to center. A run is in, and Snider leads at 6-1. Bottom of the 6th inning. The stretch for Rhea. And the pitch. And that is lined into center field. On is Stockwell, and it goes right through his glove. 1 run is in. Here comes Fry, rounding third. He's going to score, and the Panthers up the lead to 8-1. As Snavely just rips a line drive into center. Stockwell charged, but he put the glove up, and it just went right off the glove and kept going. I don't think Stockwell realized just how hard that ball was hit, headed his direction. Probably not sure you give him an error on that, but it was hit so hard by Snavely. 2 runs come in. It's an 8-1 Snider lead. Still just 1 out. And And the floodgates have opened here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Davis and Fry both score on that rip up the middle. And now the batter is Jack Mormon, the Snider catcher. And he takes a pitch right down the middle for strike one. 5 straight have reached in this inning.
Homestead pitching staff really struggling today.
And there's a grounder up the middle, and it is snared by Nysonger. The shortstop got over to the middle of the diamond and made a good play to scoop it before it got to center field and make a good throw to retire Mormon at first. That goes as a 6-3 for the second out of the inning. And Snavely advanced to third base. It's going to be Brady Kex with 2 outs. 0 for 3 day for Brady Keck, right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher, and the first pitch is in there on a breaking pitch for strike one. Stretch and the 0-1, a check swing. It bounces away from Ankenbrook. Coming in from third is Snavely, and he's going to score. A wild pitch and another run. Now 9-1 Snider. The count goes to 1-1 on Brady Keck. And Josh Klinkenbeard asking, not sure what he's asking about, but he had his batter step out of the batter's box for just a brief second. And now Keck will step back in. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Knee buckling breaking pitch is in there for a called strike, 1-2. The stretch and the pitch. And he offered a half swing. Ball bounces away from the catcher, but a throw down to first will retire Keck. And that ends the Snider 6th. But the Panthers put 4 runs across, and they have opened up a 9-1 lead on the Homestead Spartans. Last chance for Sparty. The 7th inning comes up next on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Now a 9-1 Snider lead over the Homestead Spartans as the Spartans have 3 outs remaining. Coming to bat in the top of the 7th inning with the bottom third of their order. A Snider victory, and they will advance to take on Valparaiso, a 5-0 winner over Crown Point. Northwest Regional next week at a site to be determined tomorrow by the IHSAA. And the first pitch to Luke Haley is taken for a strike. Noah Hess trying to finish off the complete game. This ball popped in the air, shallow outfield, drifting back second baseman Tavis Rowe. He has room to make the catch, and there's 1 out.
2 outs remain for the Homestead Spartans.
1 up, 1 out, and Connor Dean, the batter. Dean 1 for 2. He singled and scored the only run of the game in the 5th. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that breaks around the plate for ball 1, or strike. No, it's ball 1. Got fooled. I looked up at the scoreboard. Here's the 1-0, and that's outside. 2-0. Snider with 2 runs in the first, added solo runs in the second, third, and fourth. The big inning was the bottom of the 6th. They just put 4 on the board to extend what was a 5-1 lead to 9-1. That ball's lined to center, but that's Brandon Logan territory. He settles under the liner, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Last chance is Will Karshner, the number 9 batter for the Spartans. A line out and a single. He's 1 for 2, came in hitting .299, and the first pitch taken low. Karshner probably is over 300 after the single last time up. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. He went right over the top of a breaking ball. And it's 1-1. Snider looking for a regional championship. An out away in a pitch that's just outside 2-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Snider leads it 9-1. We're in the top of the 7th, and the pitch. And this is grounded deep in the hole. It's short and slipping as he makes the backhanded snare as Cam Davis. He goes down, and it's going to be an infield hit for Will Karshner. Well, if nothing else, Will Karshner can end the season as a 300 hitter. Karshner, senior, finishing up his baseball career here at Homestead. So 2 outs, a runner on, top of the order, Shane Bardwell. And the first pitch, that's lined into right field, and that'll be a hit. Station to station for the Spartans as Bardwell has a clean liner between first and second base. And so you got runners at first and second, still 2 out for Cole Kintz.
Number 3, Cole Kintz.
Kintz 0 for 2 with a walk. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times. And the first pitch is in the dirt, and it'll bounce past Mortman and go back to the screen, and the 2 runners advance into scoring position. It's Bardwell advancing to second, Karshner advancing to third, and a 1-0 count. And now you've got the Snider infield having their own little powwow. No coach involved. This is a group of veteran ball players saying, hey, look, let's shut the door. Let's not let this linger. Landon Fry looks to be the one doing most of the talking. You've got Cam Davis, a senior, Landon Fry, a senior, Tavis Rowe, a senior at second base, and Brady Keck, a sophomore. But the senior Noah Hess on the bump.
As he fires it in there.
And the first pitch is in for a strike. Or correction, it's the second pitch to Kintz. It's now 1-1. The stretch, the 1-1 pitch. And that's fouled, and we're down to the last strike for the Spartans. They trail it 9-1, top of the 7th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Cole Kintz at the plate. Hess brings it, and it's outside, 2-2. Hess looks to improve to 6-0 on the season. He gets the sign. The 2-2 on its way. Swing and a miss. Ends it in style. A strikeout of Kintz. Ball game is over. The Snider Panthers are your Class 4A regional champions with a 9-1 win over the Homestead Spartans. It's a dog pile out on the infield of the yellow and white clad Snider Panthers. And Snider advances to a semi-state semifinal next Saturday, where they will take on the Valparaiso Vikings, who were winners over Crown Point. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up here at Carroll next. This is high school baseball presented by Parkview Sports Medicine and PSM Baseball Academy on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. The 18th ranked Snider Panthers defeat the 8th ranked Homestead Spartans 9-1 to claim a Class 4A regional title here at Carroll High School. And interesting that Noah Hess ended the game with a strikeout, and I said, you know, it's a great way to finish it. What's remarkable is that was the only strikeout of the game for the left-handed pitcher for Snider. He came in with 61 strikeouts in 48 innings, but the only Spartan he struck out the entire game was the final batter. Snider collects the regional hardware, the trophy presented by the Carroll staff, and they celebrate out on the field. It's a 24-6 record now for the Panthers as Homestead sees their season come to an end with a 23-7 record. It's been a really good year for Homestead. You just know the way this program's been built. They'll be back, and they'll be good again next year. But today it was Snider's day. They scored 2 runs in the first, added a run in the second, the third, the fourth, and then 4 runs in the sixth, put it out of range. And Snider has won the regional title. Earlier today, we had the Norwell Knights winning it 2-1 over Bishop Dwenger in what I think is fair to call a bit of a mild upset. Norwell scored a run in the fifth. Dwenger answered with a run in the bottom of the fifth, and then Norwell came right back, scored another run in the sixth to take a 2-1 lead. And it was a freshman that finished the game on the bump for Norwell. And all he did in the bottom of the seventh inning was strike out the side in order and put Bishop Dwenger down. And that was the ball game. 2-1. Norwell won the first game of the day, the 3A regional. And now here to close it up, it is Snider with the 9-1 win over the Homestead Spartans. Well, once again, we want to go through our people to thank, and we have to thank our studio producer all season long, Adam Lundy. We also have to thank our sponsors that have made these broadcasts on Saturdays possible, including PSM Baseball Academy. Be sure to get your training and expertise from former Major League Baseball utility man Josh Van Meter. He is working one-on-one right now, and you can get information about PSM Baseball Academy by going online and maybe get some instruction from Josh Van Meter for you, or perhaps it's for your kids. But all ages. We talked to Josh about it a few weeks ago, and you know, he said the thing that's nice is it's kind of an all ages thing. Sometimes kids take to the individualized training at an earlier age. Sometimes they're in high school, but any age, any skill level, you can help your child by getting specialized one-on-one training from a former major leaguer, Josh Van Meter, with PSM Baseball Academy. Also a big thanks to Ben Smith at Midwest Box Breaks, such a great supporter of sports in our local community, whether it's the pro ranks, the college ranks, or here with our high school teams. He's been such a giver in giving back to the community. Do yourself a favor, and if you know, everybody has an interest in cards, right? Just seeing kind of what cards are out there, what's available. Get yourself involved. You can go and, you know, you can watch the breaks that are online almost around the clock. But check it out at MidwestBoxBreaks.net. That's MidwestBoxBreaks.net. And if you have a chance, send a little comment along and thank Ben Smith for his support of high school baseball here at 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Also a big thanks to Logan Weaning with Old Fort Baseball Company. And if you haven't heard, the Vintage Baseball Showcase is back. It's returning to Lawton Park on June 28th. It is a free event, a family-friendly event, taking you back to what baseball was in the 19th century. And, of course, Old Fort Baseball Company, proud to bring it to you. Go to Old Fort Baseball Company on the website to get more information. And we thank you for listening, because without you, we are nothing but just a bunch of gabbers. So thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturdays to enjoy high school baseball with us. We hope we've done the sport justice. Regional champions here at Carroll in 3A. Norwell defeats Bishop Dwenger 2-1. And as we just witnessed, Snider is the regional champion in 4A, defeating the Homestead Spartans 9-1. Hope you enjoy the rest of your sports weekend. Go Pacers, as they'll try to take a 2-0 lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder coming up tomorrow night. Also, stay tuned tonight for Tin Caps baseball. They're in Beloit. They'll be back at home for a nice little 6-game homestand starting Tuesday at Parkview Field. So for Adam Lundy, I am Brett Rump. Again, the final score in the Class 4A Regional Championship game, Snider 9, Homestead 1. You have been listening to high school baseball, presented by PSM Baseball Academy on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.